Hey everybody, thanks for coming to Pencil for Life again. This is the one and only Brad. How is everybody doing today? This is my second stream of the day, and I think it's going to be a good one. We've got some very independent creators here with me today. We've got Matt and Mike from Wikid Publishing. Say hello, guys.
Hey,
How's it
how's it
going?
going, everyone?
Good, good. So we also have one of your creators here with us, Cody Fernandez, who does Jack Iron Steel Cowboy. Say
Howdy,
hello.
folks.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I got you.
Good,
Not
good.
my first rodeo.
That's good.
He's an old
I contacted Cody last week during one of the streams. His project looked really interesting to me. So I reached out to him, and then he introduced me to the Wiki Publishing guys. So why don't we start with Jack first, and then we'll go ahead and Jack Irons, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the publishers after. So, by the way, if you got YouTube in the background, please mute it. So I know you want to see chat and stuff like that, which is cool. Just have it muted so there's no echo. But Jack, tell us about your book. I'm going to put it on screen share for me real quick so people
Right on.
can take a look. This is going to be the free issue that's available here in the link that I'm posting right now, and I'll be in the description down below after the video is done, so people can check it out. But tell us about Jack Irons.
Well, Jack Irons has been kind of a passion project since I
Mm-hmm.
discovered comics in my teens. It was kind of what I wanted out of comics. That what I saw, I was looking at back issues because I dove in and I found a character I liked and I dove into back issues. So I was trying these things that I had been reading before in a more modern environment.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of it, but it took a decade to get to this point where we're at now, where issue number one is actually physically out to backers and people are enjoying it.
Yeah.
So Jack Irons itself, as a story, it stars a immortal cowboy who remembers many past lives. He has both the negative experiences and the positive experiences trapped up in the old noggin there, and
Yeah.
it's him trying to relate that existence with what currently the state of the world is.
Mm-hmm.
Issue number one is, as you guys can read in black and white at the link he pointed and what
Mm-hmm.
he's on right now, kind of introduces him and tries to and I think I did that all right. People seem to like it. It's definitely got the old West vibe.
It does have a kind of a cyber west vibe, type thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of Mad Max meets kind of a. Did you ever read the old series Hex? That Jonah Hex spinoff
Yeah.
that is either hated or loved? I loved it.
Yeah.
And so that was a huge inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just haven't seen those kind of weird westerns for a long time, and certainly not in the way I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what how it came to be.
I am looking up right now the Indiegogo for it. Go ahead and because when it's colored, the pages look completely different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were lucky during our campaign, besides picking up the wonderful folks here at Wikid Publishing that are with us. We also were able to find a wonderful colorist found me, Matthias Laborde. He liked that page 3 that you folks just saw a little bit ago with Jack on his motorcycle being pulled by those cybernetic horses, and he wanted to color it. And of course, I wasn't going to say no. It's just free color
I
page
wouldn't either,
for promo when I'm starting out. No question. And so when he brought it back, there was just no question.
Yeah, I mean, look at that color right there, dude.
That's the page.
It
That's
pops,
the page right
dude.
there.
It pops so well. Yeah,
He knew right where to put the highlights to focus the image and to give it that almost. I'm glad it gives it kind of the vibrancy he chose to go with. Gives it that kind of a dreamlike feel, which is what I want. Because if you're reading the books, at least the first 2 issues, you can't be 100% sure Jack isn't just bullshitting some guy at the bar. and just drunkenly rambling a story out.
Yeah, because I only read the first one that you sent over to me, so I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's the only one in
yeah,
existence at the moment. So.
yeah. So I was like, okay, what's going on, a little bit. I wanted to read more, so
That was my goal. As long as people want to read that second one, I think I'm doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the second one's coming along really well from the campaign. We reached and exceeded our goals, and so I've been working on that. It's been slower progress than I'd like. A lot of real world issues with both my colorist and artist have stalled out some things, but we've gotten quite a few pages in, and hopefully when things settle down, I'll be shifting that into high gear. Our
Yeah.
plotted goal to get issues at least finished, hopefully by March, to get issue 2 finished, and then by the end of March, hopefully we'll maybe have it printed and shipped to backers. But that's after we get it finished.
Because
That's the main goal,
you're
of
in
course.
fulfillment stage right now. So
Yeah.
when can someone get, besides if they want a color version? Are you gonna have to wait till after fulfillment, and then you'll have sell any extra issues, or?
So for the physical, that's one
Mm-hmm.
way we're probably going to go about it, is selling any leftovers from this first print.
Mm-hmm.
But for digital, that hopefully will be available by the end of the month, at
Okay.
least issue 1, because that went out to all our backers.
Okay.
We're still waiting for a perfect or the correct path for international fulfillment for us. My campaign was run kind of odd. It was very adaptive. For instance, we didn't collect physical addresses through Indiegogo because it was never a physical campaign until Wikid found me, and so I had to
Oh.
adapt tiers, and I had to add that. So we particularly me, have been collecting the mailing addresses by hand, and I mean that went great. I think we fulfilled everybody who's sent in domestically their mailing address, so that worked. But that was one speed bump. And then the other with physical is that our campaign didn't fund printing or shipping. So
Oh.
Wikid has been bearing that. Yes, this is a
Oh. Okay.
show of
So
faith from Wikid Publishing on my project to help get this to everybody.
okay.
And
Good.
so it's a heck of a thing. Again, I might have the luckiest project to come out last year out of all of that, just with how things came together. And I
Yeah.
am just so thankful. Unbelievable amounts of just wonderful fan art, all different types, not just normal drawings. Got music, got videos. I just
Yeah. I
it's
saw
been
this
a
with
hell of a
music down
thing.
here and stuff. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm just I'm very lucky, and I'm proud to be with Wikid and how they've been treating their other creators and who they've signed on and such.
No, that's
It's a
cool.
wonderful journey that 2019 is going to be.
Nice. Nice. So how soon after this one is fulfilled are you going to start on number 2? I assume you already have it written. Is that right?
So number 2 is currently in production. That was part of
Oh,
our
that's the one
campaign.
that's currently in production. Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
issue 3 is after we fulfill issue 2. I'm depending on reception and things, and hopefully my hype's still up there. We'll do a campaign for number 3 with all the lessons we learned with this one. So it's going to be much better.
Okay.
Just handled and smoother, and I have the ideas of what needs to be done. Everything's going to be funded through the campaign.
Gotcha.
All that good stuff. In fact. Jack Irons is the first title under my hopeful grouping. I at least have one other team of Ironverse Comics, and it's a issue 2 of Jack Irons introduces the main villains of the entire Jack Irons universe, not just on Earth.
Okay.
And we, through our Patreon, myself and my partner, who still likes to remain anonymous, I'll just call him Cactus Coyote. He came up with the title Cactus Coyote, and
Yeah, I
that's
saw that on Twitter.
that's a manga taking place in the Jack Irons universe.
Oh,
If
okay,
anybody's
that's cool.
interested, yeah,
Nice.
it's a shape shifting alien who's trying to pay off his gambling debts through thievery.
All right.
And it's just a kind of a comedy thing in the whole very grim, dark universe of Jack Irons.
Okay.
So it's for that different feel if people want it. And it's only
All right.
$1, and you get the whole first 16-page
Oh, that's
issue.
not bad.
So
Yeah. For $1, that's not bad at all.
yeah.
Well, let's bring on Matt and Mike real quick with Wikid.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna switch over to their page real quick. So, you guys are helping Jack Irons become physical in nature. Like, so you guys are paying for the actual physical production. Is that correct?
That's right. Yes, we're handling the production, the publication fees, copyright fees, shipping, and all that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
it
Yeah.
definitely keeps us busy.
What made you guys want to do that for him?
Well, that's an interesting question. Me and Matt first started last year with our own manga, Project R,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm the writer on, and he's the artist on.
Okay.
And we started taking it to conventions. Started first with the San Francisco Comic Con,
Yeah.
and started taking it other places. And we got a good reception. And we decided, why not just help ourselves, but actually help other people to get their works out there at the reader's hands.
Okay. Well, that's good of you. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, because not too many people would actually do that for a creator. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, hey, we'll fund it. So I assume you came up with a contract, a certain percentage split or whatever that's got to be. But yeah.
Yeah,
so.
no, we did all that research, sending out the contract and made it all official. And but yeah, we think we've got a really good deal that we worked out, and the creators seem to really like it.
Okay, cool. What you guys are in the California area? Do you have you plan on hitting more cons up with all your content and things like that? You're doing the old school like ground and pound type thing to get it out there.
Yeah, pretty much. We are trying a variety of different avenues. So as you said, we go to different conventions. So far, we've gone through to different conventions all across California. The last one we went to was the LA Comic Con.
Yeah,
which was a very exciting. We'd never been to LA show before.
That's cool.
And so we're doing conventions. We're reaching out to stores. So we've actually gotten comics into comic book shops and game stores in both Bay Area and in Reading.
Oh, that's good.
And so we're working. This 2018 is going to be a big year for our expanding our distribution. So look for a lot of new things in the works with that coming pretty soon.
Nice. Now I know you guys. I'm just getting your links up here. So 1 second, but you have physical and digital copies available in your store. So here's your shop page. You have like certain projects right here: Project R, Barrels, Decimators. Those are currently what you have for digital. I know you guys are working on some more that we talked about. We also offer like art and T-shirts and stuff like that. So, which is
in fact,
cool.
the ones above actually are for the physical floppy comics. We actually don't currently sell digital on our store.
Oh, okay.
We're getting digital up through a lot of different platforms pretty soon. Comics Central, Comixology. But yeah, these are our current physical release books. A lot of our titles are currently under production, but these are the ones that are actually available to purchase in the store at this time.
Nice. Okay. And I know Barrels #1 was done by what was his name again? He did Lone Wolf. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tennessee artist.
Cool. And is he going to be doing like the second issue as well, or?
Yeah, he'll be so far we're having it planned as a 4-issue miniseries, and he should be the artist for all 4 issues going forward.
Okay. And you and Matt did Project R, correct?
That's right. Okay. And we started that one about a year and a half to almost 2 years ago, I think, at this point.
Cool.
In terms of planning, we spent about 6 months just planning out the entire story of the manga.
Nice.
A lot of the plot points, basically, and that's where we started building the beginning parts of the stories for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, so that this way we can lead into, I wouldn't say lead into, but kind of give it more of a horror aspect where a lot of things are not necessarily explained, but there's a little bit of kind of like this subtle tone, so that this way, when things start to kick off, it kind of goes off the rails, but we're trying to figure out good ways to be able to do so instead of just haphazardly just throw it out there.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it's definitely it's an epic story. It's one that's going to be continued for a long time, as long as Wikid Publishing is around. We hope to continue that story. It's somewhat in the same vein as a Berserk manga.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And Decimators, what's that one real quick?
Decimators is an interesting title. That one's by Ebi Canales. Some of you may know him as River Channels on Twitter.
or Canales Heresy. But this is it was started as a web comic, and is actually just finished its first season of the web comic. But we're re-releasing it as a printed actual comic.
Okay.
And one of the fun things we're doing is each issue comes with 2 chapters, and we're packing it full of bonus material. So the new one we just released has an interview with the creator. Has a fun art piece that kind of shows you the specifications of the armor that they use in the comic.
Okay.
And we have an exclusive print cover that is only available when you get the book in floppy form. It's not on our digital copy of that, or on the original webcomic for that matter.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, we're kind of we're planning to we've just released the second volume of that, but we're going to be starting a monthly release. So expect more volumes coming out pretty soon.
Awesome. And I know you got some other creators that I have heard of that you're signing up with you. If you want to name drop some of those, I would, go right ahead.
Yeah, sure. Some of them include, let's see, we have Brett from Changeling, the Urban Fairy Tale.
Okay.
We've got Matt Trin from the McKinnon Chronicles, and upcoming, and those two are actually working with a third creator, Dan from Adobe Kroger, and they're going to be creating a shared universe called Mythoverse, which will be under Wikid Publishing. And
cool.
So that's exciting. And then we also have Jeremy Lott. He's going to be working on a project called Movie Men with us. And then there is, let's see, who else am I forgetting?
There is Aaron.
Forgetting
Calamari,
Wes,
I believe.
Yep, Aaron Calamari.
He is the creator of Dissolution 2030. There is also, as Cody was saying, sorry, there is Wes for Charger, and then we have for novels we have Stefan, I believe you say his name.
Or otherwise,
might be pronouncing that
a lot more. You probably know him better as Heavy Tank on Twitter. I would.
Oh yeah, I know Heavy Tank. Yeah, okay.
We're going to be publishing his novelist series, or News of Peace and Acts of War.
Okay. Now, let me ask you. I mean, are you guys fronting the whole cost for all the books then for all these guys, or?
So the way that we've have it set up is we're going to be covering out the basic setup that we give our creators is that we cover the upfront costs, and we recoup them back on the sale of the comic. Okay. And then after that, then the profit is split. And so in that way, the creators don't have to put any money down on the print books themselves or on the creation or the publication, and in that way, it's makes it easier for them to build their own creation. Okay.
And I mean, you guys are gonna have to, honestly, just you guys are gonna have to like really kill it, like get out there and really sell and hustle, man. So.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that. It's been a learning curve. It's been a sharp learning curve, but yeah, I think that's the number one thing that we've got is it's a hustle, especially distribution. Especially with comic shops. That's definitely a hustle for sure.
Comic shops is one way. You could do it. Try other things too, like tattoo shops. Try.
Yeah.
We have looked into a few different avenues for it. But that's why we decided for last year we would build up a great team that we feel would be able to not only expand Wikid, but be able to expand their own work itself. And we decided that this year is more about the expansion and the selling for those, so that this way we can start getting a lot of things on the ball moving, and this way we could just keep that momentum going.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Building up some of the making sure that our lineup is solid and that we have a lot of good variety for a lot of different readers, I think was important for us.
Yeah, I mean, but you also don't want to stretch yourself too thin either.
Very true.
Yeah, if you stretch yourself too thin, you'll end up like my buddy Tyler, he was with Chaos Comics, and they went under just out of the blue like last year and kind of left him in the lurch. So it's he was spread too thin, and he was kind of doing the same thing. So I just want to caution you guys, kind of watch a little bit. Don't take on too many projects that you can't financially handle, I'd
We
hate to see you
appreciate
go
that.
under.
Yeah, no, definitely. And in fact, we actually just recently closed our doors on submissions for the time being,
Okay.
so we can kind of focus on our current lineup and make sure that we're getting our rich ones out and make sure they're strong.
Yeah, that's smart. That's for sure. Yeah. So because taking on too much, that would just
that would
suck.
for a lot of burnout.
So right, what's your guys' plans then? I mean, are you trying to are you going to be hitting all the cons in your guys' area? Because California has a ton of cons, all of them, all over the place. But there's also like Oregon that you're close to, Nevada, like Las Vegas, Nevada show for their Comic-Con. I've been there. It is straight comic books, so I think you'd probably do well there. Yeah,
that's actually really interesting.
The one in June, July, the amazing one. It's mainly just comics only. It's not like a PopCon. Yeah,
I was gonna say, because when we went to, one thing we did notice with LA Comic Con is that it is pretty much, as you say, a PopCon at this point.
Yeah.
And that made it a little more difficult to
It does.
Comic,
yeah. They're looking for mainline merch, pop, games and comics, the bigger names and stuff. So yeah. So you probably want to hit the smaller cons, which are more comic book based. The only con I'd say stay away from is Long Beach.
Really, not a fan.
I did that last year. It sucked. Yeah,
oh God, what was so bad about it?
So this was just my personal experience. I'm not gonna, locals were. If I was a local, I would have been just fine. But I was down $700 from the show, just for my costs for travel and everything. Like I sold one piece of original artwork, but all the cell phone signals were blocked except for emergency lines, so we could not use our phones to take credit cards.
Oh,
yeah. So
that's never.
Said, well, they weren't doing it, and I believe they weren't doing it, but I think the convention center was, because 5 o'clock on the last day when it closed, cell phones came back online.
Oh wow!
Really? And so, yeah,
they probably blocked. That sounds like they took control of that of the cell service.
Yeah, it sounds like it in the area on the floor, because as soon as you leave the floor, you'd be fine.
Really? Yeah, that's pretty bad.
They want to charge you $100 a day. $100 a day for their internet. It's ridiculous.
Probably plus on top of electricity.
No, electricity was fine because my phone, I had battery backup.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I need that part.
Yeah. So.
But okay, well that's good to know. Yeah, we're definitely as you said, we're trying to hit a lot of the Comic Cons and different here in California, but we're also trying to spread out to other states as well.
Yeah. You got to have your creators go to cons too. Cody needs to do his share, go to different Comic Cons. And
they've already been.
Absolutely. Not like that.
I would love to head out.
I just want to be fun to Joe with you,
Yeah, you got to work as a team. Your creators and you guys have to work together to make sure you spread the word on that. So
yeah. And one thing we're interested in trying out. I'm sorry about the dogs, by the way. I hope that's not.
We don't really hear them. So
okay, good. But so one thing we're trying to handle is, or rather do is, kind of let our creators, if there's a convention state that Matt and I can't go to, we like to let our creators actually be almost like a spokesperson for Wikid, and not only be able to sell, we want to be able to set them up at booths and to be able to sell their comics and Wikid comics.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Yeah, I'd look forward to that.
The other thing you might want to try too is, since you guys are smaller, it's cheaper to do this too. Instead of just cons, like in the summer, like we have like a art fair downtown, and it's like $50 for a table.
Really?
Yeah. And it's real easy to make $50 over 2-3 days during the art fair.
That's actually smart.
People coming in, they'll try it, especially with the price point that some of your books are at, like $2-3. You can probably sell, 10, 20, 30 of those. That way you can move them. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's actually a really good idea. And it probably holds true to some of the smaller cons, I would think.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, even ask like a local store, because I do that here sometimes. Like, hey, I'm gonna be up in such area. Can I swing by and hang out and do artwork for the day and promote my book and stuff like that? They'll usually say, yeah, come on in, and then they'll do a Facebook post about it. People, when they come in and buy books, usually Wednesday's the best day because it's new comic book day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. And then you sit there and you sell a few books and do it that way. Get your name on little by little. It's that little stuff that'll do it. I mean, that's how I actually made money, so I could actually go down to Long Beach. I came up with the $700 for the trip to get down there for every other week. I would be at a new comic book store or a different store selling little prints or showing them stuff I'm working on, things like that. And it would just be like I may be there for like 3 or 4 hours. Like I get 2 or 3 different sales. It adds up pretty quick. So
wow, and then that's because of the other stuff you're doing.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, so I mean, I've been doing this for a little while. So
okay, yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, I run a LCS, right? So
oh, okay. Wow, where's yours located at?
I'm in Utah, Orem, Utah. It's called the Dragon.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what's the name of it? The Dragon?
The Dragon's Keep.
The Dragon's Keep. Oh, that's awesome. A great name.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good shop. It's been around for about 40 years now. So
wow.
yeah, that's really good.
So so it's not bad, but but we have that space there, and a lot of it's dead during the day. And so, like, I'll invite local artists to come over for like a weekend or something like that. Like, hey, dude, we got local artist weekend. Let's load it up, and then people will come into the stores, check out the artwork, like a little mini con, And
really?
Yeah, but I'm surprised how other artists like don't, or even creators like, dude, you got a resource to sit there 24/7. They're not full all the time, but they're in there and they support what you do. Why not say, hey, can I get table space for a little bit? And maybe you throw them $10 or something like that, or you buy a couple of books, while you're there. But you're there for like several hours selling your books as well. So it's a nice coexistence.
And you do that at comic shops?
Yeah, comic shops. I've done it at a bookstore. Just a regular bookstore. So you never know who will let you in. Like, I have somebody who used to work at a tattoo shop, so if they're going to be busy on the weekends, because tattoo guys, they love nerd stuff, nerds of the rage, so go in there, show them like your artwork, your wicked cool artwork, your books that you got, man. So say, hey, look,
great idea.
Yeah. I mean, because it opens the door to new customers. It's a broader horizon, It's you get new fans, even if they don't buy something from you right away.
Oop, you got muted.
Yep, I thought that was a mistake, but.
Oh yeah, I thought he cut out for a second. Are you still with us?
Unmuted now.
Hello.
Huh.
We got technical difficulties, folks.
Yeah. Now we just gotta do filler.
It was too wicked for the podcast to handle.
Well, you guys are.
Oh no, filler episode. Please, let's not do a filler episode.
Well, I mean, we could write a story that's has nothing to do with this, but is part of this somehow. One Piece did it.
Oh, One Piece did it many times.
Yes.
Now on One Piece talk.
Hey, can you hear me?
Well,
there you are.
There we go.
What the heck?
That was so weird.
Where did you mute it at?
You were just started explaining. I believe.
Did I say go to the tattoo shops and stuff?
Yeah, you were kind of going over nerdy.
Yeah. They're full of nerds too. I mean, they like cool artwork and everything. They're loaded on the weekends normally or late at nights. So if you got that kind of schedule, and they're artists just like you are, they want to see your stuff. So go in there and say, hey, look, man, here's what I got. Do you mind if I take up this corner of the shop for a little bit if you're not using it or whatever? And
I never thought about actually trying to like ask him to, actually sell it there, instead of just
ask if you can put their books up on the wall and stuff like that, cards or whatever, or
What is funny is, personally, I have a cigarette shop that I go to, and I've asked them if I could put up a few posters or something like that, and they said, yeah, go ahead and create a flyer and bring it down to us, and we'll go ahead and hang it up for you guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, even a few of them were like, so what's it like, like how would I put stuff in? And I'm like, oh, just go to the website, submit some things to us. If we like it, we'll go ahead and put up a meeting with you. But recently I've been having to tell people, like, sorry guys, we closed down the submission doors so that this way we can focus on the things that we need to and everything.
I mean, usually they'll understand. You can say, hey, look, we'll open up again,
I always make sure that they understand that the doors aren't closed forever, basically. Yeah. It's just a temporary thing so we can expand.
Correct, yeah. Looks like Vince Rush in chat, so he just ordered Decimators from you guys.
Oh, nice.
Vince is great. He's the letterer on my book, actually.
Cool.
Jack Irons, Vince. Yeah, he's done at least one promo piece that I had colored by Matthias, which I absolutely adore, and I believe it's a print on the Wikid website.
Oh, yeah. I love that one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Vince is great. He's working with Jay Shiro on a superhero, female superhero book that looks pretty interesting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll be cool to look at. Wasn't he on the fan edition of Drawn and Quarter?
Yeah,
Vince Rush?
Indeed.
Oh, he's the one that beat me by one vote. Okay.
He's that guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever, Vince.
In fact, we actually just got the new Decimators issues in from the printer just this afternoon.
Oh, cool.
Beautiful.
You got one so we can look at it?
Yeah. You want me to flip it on?
Yeah, flip it on, dude. Let's take a look at it.
Let me.
I'll present you to everybody.
All right. So, Pencil Life is presenting to everyone. What does that mean exactly?
I'm showing your screen to everybody.
Okay.
As soon as you turn on your camera, you'll see whatever you're going to show us.
Sorry, I'm new to this, guys. Bear with me here.
You're good, dude. You're good. It's all good.
So, I have for you guys here.
Oh, that's cool.
The Decimators. This is a first look at the exclusive cover.
You can pull it back a little bit. You're fine.
Pull back a little more?
Yeah, you're good right there. Yeah.
So here's the front cover. Here's the back cover here.
Nice. So it's ash can size, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many pages?
This one is, I believe, 36 pages with the interview.
Okay.
And all the bonus content.
Cool. The size is kind of appealing. It's like a nice little yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the big things that eBay Canals really wanted was that this version of the comic, since it was based on a webcomic, he wanted it to be landscape. That was really important for him.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
It was one of the big things about it. So
yeah, it makes it stand out for sure. Yeah. So that's not bad. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we're really excited about it, and as I'm sure Cody can tell you, the print quality, it seems, it's really nice. I think we're really lucked out with the printer that we have.
Okay, yeah. Who are you using
I
for
think
printing?
So.
Yeah. Go ahead and talk about your printer real quick.
Sure. Yeah. It's a one guy. His name is Brian. And he's a really great guy. He runs his whole operation all on his own. It's pretty amazing. He does so for every comic that comes out, he has a semi automated process, but it's also mostly done by hand. So it involves him doing every single comic individually.
Okay.
So you can imagine for an order of 100, 200 comics, that can take a while.
Yeah.
And so we were actually recommended to them by one of the guys from creators from Alterna Comics.
Okay.
And so we've been working with him for about 7 to 8 months or so.
Okay.
And man, yeah, we're really happy with what he's been.
Oh, that's good. So he puts out a good quality then.
Definitely, yeah, good quality, fair pricing.
And he's in the United States, correct?
That's right. That's correct. He prints in the United States and shops local and all that stuff. So
good. Yeah. No, I'm happy because my printer is also in the United States. I want to keep the printing, jobs local,
right?
Local. So
Exactly.
as much as possible. I know sometimes you just can't, for certain things, but I think it helps out the local economy. I think it helps out, it gives you a little more sense of pride from, hey, this is all made here in the United States.
Right.
Like
yeah.
I buy all my art supplies too from the local store.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah, I don't go buy them online. I tell him what I need, and then he'll order it in for me. So
it is nice to be able to support, not just local but smaller business as well.
Yeah,
you build great relationships with them, and I mean, not only that, you can work out great deals over time.
Correct.
Especially when you build that really, I would say, honestly, more than a business relationship, you become friends with them in a way.
Yeah. So if you're in the Utah area, in the Orem area, shout out to Artist Corner. They're awesome. They're awesome guys. So say hi to Tim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, man. But yeah, it's been incredible. It's been an interesting process. We actually started off, believe it or not, when we were doing Project R. We're actually going through. You may be familiar with Kindle Direct Publishing.
Yes.
We started off when we were just doing our own comic with that kind of like print on demand service, and then when we started expanding out into wanting to publish other creators, we realized we kind of need to maybe find a more specialized group or person to work with to kind of make it our own unique style and brand. And so yeah, that's kind of what how we kind of started working with him.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, guys. I think you guys are doing good stuff. I mean, I think the got Jack Irons. I want to say Iron Cowboy, but I know it's not right.
Cowboy Steel.
Some people call him Cowboy Jack. Some people call him Jack
something
Irons,
like that. Yeah.
Some call him Steel Cowboy.
I think Jack Irons stand out, especially with the colors. It's going to be great. I'm excited for what you're bringing on for your newer guys. I like how you're helping, new creators get out there. So I think that stand up for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we love comics, and we really want to help everyone in our creator pool succeed and do the best they can.
Yeah. So, what's next on your recent calendar right now? Like, what shows are you heading up next right now?
Oh wow! So we're kind of in the
starting to think about it. It's that time of the year.
It really is. Yeah. That's a good question. Right now we probably have some more smaller shows and some more other planning that we're going to be getting, starting soon. But so far, what we have planned is probably going to be going back to San Francisco Comic-Con again.
Okay.
Potentially later in the year, going back to LA Comic-Con.
Okay.
We want to hit up one called Alien Con, which is kind of a interesting convention.
Okay.
And honestly, we're open to ideas. So if anyone has any suggestions where any conventions in your area you'd like to see us at, let us know. We'll see what we could do.
So try Amazing Las Vegas.
Amazing Las Vegas.
Yeah, I believe they're still taking. You can still get a table. Yeah, so do them because they're mainly just comics only. They get about 40 to 50,000, but it's all comic book fans. So yeah. And you'll get a network too with a bunch of other cool people, a bunch of other companies. So check it out for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
tables are pretty cheap too; they're not too expensive. And then you can do like either an Airbnb or I stayed out by the airport, but that was kind of I don't know, that was weird. I wouldn't recommend it. Tyler and I like that last night. We're like, dude, should we jet? Because we're only 6 hours from Utah. I'm like, yeah, let's jet. So yeah, because the night of the weekend, man, those guys were out and it's just craziness over there. But
are you going back again this year?
I should be, yes. I'm waiting to get my book done first, and get the campaigns going. So
when's that gonna be? Are you able to tell us much about when that's gonna be?
So I start marketing sometime next week. I'm a little bit behind because I've been sick the last few days, but yeah, no, it's fine. So just a sore throat and cold and stuff. So, but so I'll start marketing next week, and then middle of February, I'll be pushing the handyman out there. So
wow, Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So, so stay tuned. I'm going to be running 2 campaigns for that one. So
2 campaigns.
One on Kickstarter, and then as soon as that one's done, one on Indiegogo.
So, interesting.
Just because I know there's 2 different crowds.
It does seem to be that way, for whatever. I don't know. I think everyone just has their preference on whatever platform is most comfortable.
Correct. And so, your job as a seller, creator of books, you don't want to miss funds or fans, so. Yeah,
right. Maximize your readership as much as possible.
Correct. Yeah. You want to build that fan base. You want to build those connections, things like that. Geek Studios is in the house. What's up, dude? Yeah. Mighty Geek is really good, by the way. He's a cool dude. I don't know if you guys socialize with him at all, but you definitely should.
Mighty Geek Studios. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Yeah. Yeah, this is Wikid Publishing, by the way, who's on with us. And Cody was Jack Irons, the Steel Cowboy. So,
yep.
Cool. What do you guys want to talk about right now? Because we got about 15, 20 minutes left. What do you want to say to people? What do you guys want to let them know what's coming up with you guys?
Well, Cody, do you want to go first, or would you like to take the floor?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a couple minutes. Let me see.
Okay.
So hopefully, I know Wikid's here, so we can kind of jointly say that hopefully the digital will have some platforms up for people to go ahead if Jack Irons looks interesting to you in any way. Then you can go ahead and read the free issue. If you like that, then you can get it nice and pretty with some fun little extras in the back digitally, hopefully by the end of the month. I'm stoked for that myself. That means that it's out in the public. So far, it's just been limited, and how they've gotten reached kind of further from that. But yeah, I'm really stoked to have it really, truly in the wild. I'm hoping people enjoy it.
Yeah, we're excited to get in the store. We're real excited.
I also do, if anybody's curious, after you read the issue, or if you already backed it and enjoyed it and want to support me more, I already do have a merch store. That's pretty easy to find in my Twitter. It's let me see if I can get it up real quick.
I already got it up there, dude. Yep.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I tried to make it easy. That would be great if you'd look there. If there's anything you guys like, we always appreciate it. This is a second, sometimes third job for almost everybody in indie comics, almost always. And so that little extra support always makes sure that we can keep doing what we're doing if you folks love it. And that's my main goal. I really tried to set up a premise with Ironverse Comics that can go as big or as small as people want it to be. And I really want to be able to do that.
Cool. Nice, dude. We got to see in the chat, Edwin Boyette just dropped in. How's it going, Edwin?
Oh, howdy, Edwin. Good to see you.
Were you on his show before? I think you were, right?
Quite a long time ago when I was running the campaign, he was definitely very, very good with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of good.
Yeah,
but
he does.
Busy guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Very busy. But I guess that's the main point. If anybody does have any questions for me or Wikid, I'd love them in chat. That'll give me fuel. Anywho.
Yeah, you guys, if you have questions for them at all, please write them. Or if you don't get them on during the show, you can contact them on Twitter. I'm pretty sure you guys will be pretty responsive to any questions or inquiries people have. So.
Absolutely. I try and do my best by the environment that's really helped me get to where I am. I love helping anybody if I can when with writing tips. I just got a guy today looking for a hookup with an artist. I don't think I was able to help too much, but he was glad for the chat. I appreciate that. It's being part of comics. It's being part of supporting this wave of creation, and I adore every part of that.
No, I mean, you guys are all doing that right now. I mean, you're starting out as a new wave of publishing company. You're trying to get it out there, support the new guys. So, yeah, I mean, that's all good work, dude. It's all good work. just you got to remember to keep the customers happy, be responsive, be respectful, be professional always, and that's the key. That's what people need and want. So, yeah.
And as for on our end, we've got as I said, we got a number of projects in production, and I believe they'll be starting pretty soon. I don't know if we have any set dates to give anyone on Indiegogos, but one thing you can do right now is, if you want to help support the Wikid creators, is Charger, Wes from Charger. He is running his Indiegogo right now for his comic, and they could use some help to get to their goal.
What's it called?
It's called Charger, and you can follow him at, I believe it's. Let me get his tag.
Is he on Indiegogo? Is he on?
Yeah, he's on.
He has an Indiegogo for Charger. The author is Wes Collins, and the artist is Mr. Mava.
With colors by Crank Rat Cat.
Yeah,
and,
Charger. Oh, Charger issue 1. I think this is it. Let me pull it up real quick. Is this it right here?
That's exactly right.
Cool.
And it's a fun series. It's heavily he was heavily inspired by a lot of the classic Spider-Man comics, but with as it says in the description there, it's in the style of Spider-Man meets Mean Girls. Okay. And with a Green Day edge, and so the character actually is in a punk rock band in his regular life, and so it has a musical flair to it that is kind of really makes it unique and fun.
Okay, so is he going to be going black and white then, or is he doing?
So that's part of the campaign goal. The black and white will be available for the digital only, and then the coloring for the comics will be available for the printed floppy edition.
Okay.
And so if you back and support the print edition, you'll get the full color comic for that.
Okay, cool.
And there's actually an example of one of the newest pages that just got finished coloring.
The last one where he's on the ground.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we're really excited about it. It's a really fun back to basics superhero story, and got a lot of really cool stuff for it. And
I do like the suit design. I think the suit design is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a really fun superhero. I really like his powers and what he can do, and he's really interesting. And it's actually Wikid's first superhero comic that we're publishing, so it's a first for us.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah. So you're gonna be doing the physical then? All right,
that's right.
Cool. And that's if he doesn't meet goal. Are you doing flexible then on this one?
I believe it is a flexible. So yeah,
to help with some of the publishing costs, and then.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. All right, cool. Awesome, guys.
Yeah, so check that out, and just keep on the lookout for more updates from our Twitter.
Also, keep an eye out on the website. We'll be doing a major overhaul for it to update it for 2019 and beyond, so that this way we can show more of what creators we have right now and which ones are getting ready to come out.
Awesome. Well, guys, I don't see any other questions in the chat, so I think we'll wrap it up right around here. But, dude, it's been awesome to have you guys on.
Thank you for having us on. It's been a blast.
Dude, no problem. Before you guys leave, let's tell everyone where to get a hold of each one of you individually. Okay. So why don't you start, Mike?
Okay. Well, if you want, of course, follow our company on at Twitter at Wikid Publishing. You can also follow our company on Instagram, where we post a few things as well. But me personally, you can follow me on Twitter at Nubguy, Nubguy, and I post a lot of previews for my own personal comics and novels, as well as just a bunch of different things. And you can follow me on there for my adventures.
Yeah, cool. And what about you, Matt?
You can follow me personally on for Twitter. It's going to be at MattB_Zulos, SULOS. And on there, I just pretty much try to stick with things that I'm posting for art and certain things for Wikid as well, and just anyone that I follow as well and want to support them as well.
Cool. And Cody?
Yeah. You guys can find me at Cowboy_Steel on Twitter, Patreon, Jack Irons the Steel Cowboy, or Ironverse Comics in Google. Pick that up if you guys are interested in Cactus Coyote. I'm also trying to work out another way to maybe, since issue number 1's digital is out, somehow offer that to Patreon, to patrons. We'll see how that goes. And I'm always willing to talk to whoever. Just get a hold of me.
Cool. Well, guys, I'll have all their links and information in the video below in the comment section as soon as it's done. I'll update that for them. Please check them out. These guys have been awesome to be on here. I'm looking forward to see what they do in the future for sure, and hopefully they'll be back on here the next few months with some new stuff. So,
well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me. And definitely everyone out there, go support his new project coming out on Kickstarter soon, guys.
Oh, dude, thanks, man. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Yep. All right, hold on while we go to Blackout. And everybody else watching, God bless. Have a great day, okay?
Bye. Take care, folks.